welcome everybody to the second virtual Harvest Festival. I have to say I'm disappointed that we're not together in person. Unfortunately, circumstances with COVID have sort of dictated that we do this at least one more time. So here's hoping that next year we can be together again. Thanks for your continued support. I've said it so many times. The work you do is incredibly important, and the things that you've done for our hospital over the past 10 years or so have just been amazing in terms of equipment that we have now that we wouldn't have otherwise, services that we're able to provide that we wouldn't be able to do otherwise. And we thank you so much for that. My thanks to the Foundation Board and the dedicated group of people that we have working on that board. They spend a lot of time and a lot of effort, and many of them have spent time putting this evening together. So a shout out again to them and the work that they do. We appreciate it so much. Tonight we're working towards a safe room. I think many of you know that a big part of our business is taking care of people with mental health needs. And in the state of Iowa, and in fact across the country, placing people with mental health issues is incredibly difficult. And what we're hoping to do is put a room together that is a safe place and a comfortable place, and a place that we can take care of these patients until we're able to transfer them on to a higher level of care. It's an important issue. We have many, many patients, and we just don't have a space that's really adequate for them right now. So thanks for your help with that. We look forward to a great night, another successful campaign. Enjoy yourself, have fun, and hopefully we'll see you in person next year.
Hi, I'm Sarah Clute-Bain. I'm the Boone County Hospital Foundation Director, and I've been here for over 16 years now. And over the last few years, we've been able to provide over $220,000 on average back to the hospital for really important projects that include equipment, programs, and services. And we couldn't do this without the support of our community, our board members, and all of you here tonight supporting us at the Harvest Festival. I'm especially proud of the project that we're working on this year because we're working towards creating a safe room for patients who are experiencing mental health and medical issues at the same time. This is a project that we've never done before, and I really feel that this is something that the community will benefit from and that we can use for many years to come. Thank you so much for being here to support us in this endeavor tonight. We appreciate all that you do.
I'm Dr. Tim Everett. I'm the Director of Emergency Medicine Services at Boone County Hospital. I have lived here in the Iowa area for 25 years now. I've been at Boone County for 10 years now, and we've come a long way in those 10 years, and it seems like we're continuing to grow. We'll see anything from heart attacks to strokes to traumas, mental health issues, medication refills, you name it. I mean, we're a small town, we see small town stuff, but we also see a lot of serious stuff. And mental health has become a bigger problem for all communities, not just Boone. Right now in the emergency room, we have one room that we can safely house people who are having a mental health crisis. And sometimes those people need to be admitted to the hospital for an extended period of time for various reasons. And sometimes it's not a safe environment when they're admitted to the hospital, so there are some things we can do to help curtail that problem. We don't want somebody being able to harm themselves with any of the items you see around me. So that's a big push that we're trying to do right now. The Safe Room project that we're talking about is going to be placed onto the medical surgical floor of the hospital, so we can house people there temporarily until we can find a more permanent placement for them. It's just a more safe and better way of taking care of patients. There's a limited number of beds available for people to go to. We see it daily, sometimes multiple times in a day. Everything from an 8-year-old kid to a 90-year-old person. So yeah, it's pretty much everybody.
You see everything that you see in a large metropolitan emergency department. You see the same thing here in, a small community hospital. You just don't see the volume. You see the heart attacks, the strokes, the motor vehicle crashes, the sore throats, the earaches, and we certainly see our fair share of mental health patients. People come in different states. Sometimes it's just a crisis that they're in right then, and sometimes it's more of a chronic issue. And a lot of times in the crisis mode, safety is the most important thing for the patients and for the staff. People come in various states of agitation, and how do you address that, and how do you keep both them and us safe. Eventually, we'd like to have a true safe room. You know, what we have in the ER now is certainly just a Band-Aid. So for now, our best option is that the Med-Surg unit, to have a room up here where we can have these people be in an environment where they're both monitored and monitored safely.
Hi, my name's Lisa Page. I am the Director of Inpatient Services here at Boone County Hospital, and I have been working here for 5 years. I really enjoy working here. This is a really great hospital with a really great team. My primary assignment is on the Med-Surg pediatric floor, where we get all types of patients. Age range from 3 months up to 103, I think, has been the one I've seen the oldest who we've taken care of here. The group here is just really great. Occasionally we get patients who have primary mental health needs who come into our ER, and they have medical needs as well. So they'll come up to the floor for the care of the medical needs, and then we use telepsych to get them some of the psychiatry care that they need. Once we get their medical treatment done, if they are requiring intense inpatient for their psychiatry, sometimes they get a little bit stuck here with us for a few days, and we do everything that we can to make them as safe as possible. Obviously, we can't treat their mental health need, but we just work really hard to keep them safe until we can get them to where they can get that treatment. So a safe room would be an amazing addition for us. At this point, we have a protocol that we follow to keep our patients as safe as possible, but any help with that would be amazing. What I visualize as a safe room for our patients would be one where all of our cords and tubing and things are managed away from the patient, where their bed is comfortable but yet safe so that they can't harm themselves, where we can have supplies readily available for any emergencies but not readily available for the patient to get to. And that is one of the struggles that we currently have.
Hi, my name is Renee Sharman, and I worked here at the hospital in the laboratory as a phlebotomist for 32 years. I retired about 1.5 years ago, and I was invited to be a member of the Boone County Hospital Foundation Board. And I just felt that with my background in healthcare, that I could provide some input into the board. My late husband, Mike, he was a member of the Hospital Foundation Board. He was the president for 7 years. He had a lot of health issues in his life, and it was his way to give back. He used the hospital services here. He would get monthly infusions, which he received for the last 30 years of his life. So he wanted to give back to the hospital. With my background in healthcare, I see the need for a safe room here at the hospital. Mental health affects the way people think, the way they act. If we had a safe room here, that would provide them with a safe place for themselves until they can be transported on to another facility.